Dudes, what is something that you think all girls should know guys think? I love you, and I will continue loving you, but sometimes my nose gets clogged and I need to face the opposite way to fix it. To add, I love you immensely with all my heart, but I need that hand right now to scratch my balls. This is cute and all, but your hair's in my face and my arm fell asleep like half hour ago, pretty sure we need to amputate. And this is the #1 reason it's great to date a guy who had a stroke. I fall sound asleep in his arms all through the night because he can't feel the arm that's under my head. It sounds sick and sad, but it's honestly such an unexpected perk. I dated a girl for 2 years that insisted we cuddle all night every night. Listen, I'm sweating and need to change position. It's not you, I just want to get a good night's sleep. I had a girl who always wanted to fall asleep together on the phone. Dear God woman, I'm up at 4 a.m., almost fell asleep at the wheel driving to work after a week of this. Then she cried when I said I needed more sleep. God, I don't miss high school. My college girlfriend was like that. She'd fall asleep fairly quickly so I'd hang up and go to bed. Then she'd get mad at me for hanging up on her. That we can be equally sensitive about our weight/appearance, it just manifests differently. We may not get outwardly offended when you do it, but it's going to rattle around in our brains for a while. Sometimes, when we're driving in a car together and we get really quiet, it doesn't mean that there's something wrong that you need to probe for endlessly. Really, sometimes we just want to zone out while we drive, listen to the music and feel the road. It's perfectly okay to be in each other's company and be silent. Yup. Last night, my wife wanted to hang out, drink, and watch TV. I finished my chores and told her I was ready whenever she was.
Okay, just a second.
I'm standing around awkwardly for 10 minutes, before finally sits on the couch next to her. She suddenly looks up at me.
What's up? I'm just waiting for you.
Similarly, we would be sitting at home quietly, doing nothing. I pick up my phone to look at something. My wife starts conversation. I then put down my phone. 100% accurate. Spot on. That's when you know you've found somebody really special. You can just shut up for a minute and comfortably share silence. Married 38 years, that's how her and I operate. No unnecessary talking. Sundays I don't leave the house. We usually start talking about 11 a.m., and it's mutual. Not having an emotional response in a way or to a level you expect does not equal not caring. Yeah, my wife always tells me I need to be more upset at certain things. I am upset, I just don't want to get into the habit of always raising my voice or pouting when something happens that I don't like. I save showing my feelings for when something really bad happens. Also, working in the tech field has really made me just not get upset at almost anything anymore. I have to deal with some dumb stuff.
I frustrate my husband by not having emotional responses to things. I just don't have very strong feelings about most things, good or bad. He's the spicy person in our relationship. I feel your pain.
Girls should get hints that guys don't get their hints. Agreed. Just tell us if you like us, quit giving these hints. If you like me, say so. This is also valid for other types of hints, like gift ideas for instance. Or why girls are angry. In my experience, this can be really hard for some girls to internalize. It makes sense if you think about it from their perspective. They get interested in a guy, so they start dropping hints. Next thing they know, the guy is asking them out. It worked. In reality, the guy was gonna ask them out anyway and didn't notice any of the hints. If that happens a handful of times, from the woman's perspective, they are really good in dropping hints. That, and for a long time, women weren't supposed to chase men. I feel like there has been a lot of labeling women who chase men as promiscuous. Or maybe that was just my Catholic grandma. Early in our relationship, my wife thought a fun birthday scavenger hunt would be cool. She never told me she was doing it though. 2 weeks later she got frustrated and asked why I never noticed the note she left in my sock drawer. I got dressed in the dark every day since I woke up before her and didn't want to disturb her. That we're okay with doing nothing. Too often, I've had women fretting that we're not doing anything and trying to plan a last-minute activity. I'm fine with just chilling and not having every minute of the day accounted for in an itinerary.
Find someone who likes the same things as you do. I'm sometimes annoyed about my boyfriend's energy level. I'm just a female couch potato.
Even if you are insecure about your body, your boyfriend thinks you look really hot. He's with you because he's attracted to you, physically and personally. Every girl I've been with has been very insecure about her body and thought that they were fat and ugly, but honestly, to me while I was dating them, they were the most attractive girl in the whole world. If your boyfriend tells you how attractive you are, he isn't lying and he isn't just trying to make you feel better. He really thinks you're very attractive. I would always make sure to tell her as often as possible so she knows how I see her. If something is wrong, don't tell everyone except for us why you are mad at us. Had this issue in high school. Someone was going around telling every girl I ever talked to that I was saying I them. I did not. I was a virgin and didn't mind telling people this. Every single one of them just refused to talk to me, wouldn't tell me what I did or why they were even pissed, just got vilified by them all. Ended up hearing about it from a guy friend I had telling me I'm a for it. After that I just went back to being a quiet awkward dude who never talked to anyone. This guy was jealous of you for some reason. Took me years to get that hatred is coming either from self-hatred and or jealousy. That's rough, buddy. Yeah, it wasn't fun. Especially since I was at a new school my sophomore year and was actually able to build enough confidence to talk to girls. Then it was all gone. That when you vent to us, we usually want to fix it rather than just listen. I learned this from conversations with my wife. These days, when she vents, I ask if she wants me to be in listening mode or fix it mode. I do the same. It's a very valuable question. And if your lady is sane, she'll appreciate you asking. Yes, she definitely appreciates the question. It's made a huge impact on our relationship. Also, I don't stress out as much because now I've learned that sometimes she needs my ears and not my hands. Sometimes guys get really into solo hobbies when they're single, and they don't suddenly lose interest in those things just because they're dating again or got married. Even though I love my wife and enjoy being around her, I also want to just sit and read a book or play guitar sometimes. That's in no way a statement about how I feel about her company. I've just played music and read all my life and can't figure out how to make it a two-person activity.
I feel so terrible that this even has to be said. You should never feel like you have to give up your hobbies in a relationship. While two-person activities are fun and all, we all need our alone time, and your partner has to grow up if they don't understand that wanting alone time isn't an insult.
We seem fine on the surface, and probably most of the time we are. But sometimes we just need a minute to ourselves. Stress is real, and it doesn't mean we are trying to get away from you. Just let us have a minute alone from time to time.
Likewise, guys appreciate hugs too.
We are far more insecure than you may think, certainly more than we let on. We think about our image, our weight, how we come across to people, bad decisions we've made, all that stuff. Unprompted compliments, especially from women, are extremely helpful to me. While we may kick up a fuss about fashion/image advice, and it will take a lot of persuasion, we always feel awesome afterwards and will remember it forever. We greatly value our alone time. When we say I just want to be left alone, let us be. We will come and talk to you when we're ready. Whenever a man just spaces out for a while and look brain dead, wait a while till they snap back into reality, then ask them what they were thinking about. Chances are it's either something funny or stupid. Or, more often than not, absolutely nothing. It's nice just restarting Windows every now and then. I think all girls should know that it is perfectly fine to ask a guy out or show actual interest. Society sucks and puts a lot of pressure on men to be the one who makes the first move. The confidence boost it would cause if a girl made the first move once in a while would be absolutely astounding.
This works. On the flip side, society tells girls to act disinterested and play hard to get, but I went against that and asked my current boyfriend out, and it's the happiest I've been.
The reason we aren't responding to your subtle flirts is because a lot of the time they are simply too subtle. We actually can't tell if you're just being friendly or actually flirting. And we don't want to be labeled a creep or make a fool of ourselves, so many of us tend to assume you're just being friendly. Or maybe your hints were so subtle that they simply didn't even register. Sometimes we are not in the mood for sex. It doesn't mean we're not attracted to you anymore. It's not a judgment on your looks. Why is it okay for you to regularly turn down sex without it being a reflection on your feelings for your boyfriend? But when we do it, it must mean we don't love you anymore or don't find you attractive anymore. Sometimes we're just not feeling it. That it is okay for your partner to have some different taste than you. Most of my female friends always call their significant other gross or stupid for liking some really innocent things, simply because they aren't into it themselves. Insulting your significant other makes it seem like they aren't actually that significant to you. They like something that is strange to you? Talk to them about it. Is it actually as bad as you thought? Explain to them directly why it bothers you. If it's not, let them enjoy the thing and don't be rude. Most of us are touch-starved. Even if you're just friends, give him a hug out of the blue. It'll make his day, if not his week. Also, if you ask a dude out, there's a 99% chance they say yes. Go for it. This is actually incredibly accurate. A hug from a female friend back when I was a single guy was quite the nice thing. And yes, if pretty much any of my female high school friends had asked me out, I would've said sure. Huge facts. I still remember the last time I got a genuine hug from a female friend in around my age like it was yesterday. It was 3 years ago.